Hello everybody, I'm Mark Goldbridge from the United Stand, and a few people have asked me to talk about this new bid from Al Thani and Qatar. And you know what, the truth is, I'm on a break. Gary Neville would call it a mini retirement. Most of us just call it having a couple of days away. But I didn't want to react to it because I'm having a mini break, but I will react to it. And so basically, we've got a new bid coming in from Qatar, and they're going to walk away. Al Thani's going to walk away on Friday. Bit like the Verve, when you say all you've got to say, you look but turn away, you walk away. From a business point of view, my honest point of this, as I heard this break on Thursday lunchtime, and I was down Hoth in Dublin, not to be confused with Hoth, which is where the Empire invaded the rebellion in Star Wars. And I was tucking into my chips and fish and chips, and I thought, well, this to me doesn't really feel like it's breaking news. If I'm being honest with you, I think that the situation with the sale of Manchester United does look to me a lot like this is a scam. I think it's a scam. I think it's always been a scam. And if I get proved right, I'll be right. And if I get proved wrong, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I think we're dealing with a scam here. And the scam is that the Glazers never wanted to sell Manchester United at all. Yet again, they have played us like fools. They have treated us like mushrooms. They've kept us in the dark and they fed us on shit. I don't think they ever wanted to sell Man United. I think, personally, that the Sir Jim Radcliffe quote from September or October last year, where he said the Glazers are lovely people, was the biggest hint you'll ever get to what's about to happen to Manchester United. I don't think we're ever for sale at all. I think, as I said back in November, there is a deal there to be done, and the Glazers know what that deal is, and they're putting us up for sale for a simple reason, to see if somebody will offer ridiculous money, which nobody will, and that ridiculous money is 6 billion, and I think nobody's offered it, so they've gone with the deal that they always had, which was Sir Jim, and I think that's what they've done. So yeah, that I think Sir Jim Radcliffe is the enemy. And I'll say that until somebody explains to me why he's not. I think he's allowed a group of people that have destroyed this football club. And I don't care whether they're called Glazers or Smith. They've destroyed this football club. We are a fantastic football club and they've let it rot. And they should be gone. They bought it on debt. They've made a lot of money. And they should be gone. They are mercenaries and they should be gone. They are poison. They should be extracted, spat out, and gone. But actually, they just can't do it. And I think it's really, really suspicious that Liverpool were for sale and Man United for sale. And now Liverpool's not for sale and the Glazers are staying. And Liverpool and Man United were hugging like a couple of people who were having an affair. And we're meant to be the biggest rivals in football. And yet we were in bed with Liverpool, banging away on a Super League, and the fans stopped it. And now we're in a situation where both are for sale, and now both are not for sale. And I just think actually we're idiots as fans, because I think we know what's going on and we don't. I think that these people are very, very clever business people who manipulate. I think that the FA Cup final last week was manipulated. I think that the way that it played out, that the Glazers were there. Well, Avram Glazer was there, and there was no anti-Glazer movement. I mean, I've heard loads of stories from loads of fans about banners being confiscated. I think we've just been played. I think we've absolutely been played. I think that Qatar and Al Thani have been played, and I think they've realised they've been played. And I think what's actually happened here is that the Glazers were never selling this football club. It was always Sir Jim. And you know, last August when we got all excited because Sir Jim wanted to buy the club, I don't think he wanted to buy the club. I think Sir Jim wanted to invest in the club. And I think the Glazers knew they needed money, and they went, yeah, we like your money, Sir Jim. And Sir Jim came out with his quote about how we liked the Glazers in October or September. And then the Glazers were like, well, we like your money, Jim, but we're greedy bastards. So what we're going to do is, we do like your money, but what we're going to do is we're just going to put the club up for sale in case somebody gives us stupid money. And then if they don't, we're going to go with you. And so Jim went, well, I can't afford to buy it. So, yeah, go for it. And been played. The fans have been played. And I think what this deadline from Qatar is basically is that they've gone, shit, we've been played here. We don't like to lose. And they don't like to lose. It was well documented many months ago that this, wherever it's coming from, whether it's coming from Qatar, whether it's coming from Al Thani, they don't like to lose. When they bid for something, they like to win, and they're clever business people. And I think they went into something like we did as fans, thinking that this club's genuinely for sale. I think they've realised, like we've realised, we were never for sale. I think Sir Jim's been in on this for a long time. I think the Glazers have been in on this for a long time. And I basically think that from what we were moaning about 6 weeks ago, about the Elliott Group or the Carlisle Group backing the Glazers and keeping them in power, this is what Sir Jim's play was all the time. I don't believe for 1 minute that Sir Jim is going to remove the Glazers, by the way. I think this is bullshit. I think it's a little bit like, you've got a leaking tap and the plumber says, I'll be round tomorrow. And you think, well, at least it'll be fixed tomorrow. And then he goes, actually, not tomorrow. I'm a bit busy. It'll be the day after. And I think that's what Sir Jim's doing here. Oh, I want to buy all of the club and I'm going to do it in the next 2 years. It'll be the year after. It'll be the year after. And you're idiots for falling for it. But I think we're all idiots for falling for what's about to happen. This has just always been in play. And I think Al Thani's realised it and has said, right, this is my final bid. And if you don't take it, I'm walking away. And that, quite rightly, as some people have said, can be perceived as the action of somebody who knows they're going to lose. And effectively, I think that's what's happening. I think he's realised that he's probably going to lose. So what you do is you save face and you go, this is my final offer. I'm not going to be pissed about anymore. And I'm leaving if you don't take it. And I think that's what this is all about. I think we've been played. I'd love to be proved wrong, because I think the only way to compete with Man City or anybody else that's got this level of wealth is to have that level of wealth yourself. But I think we've been played. I think it's a vanity project. I think the Glazers are manipulative, greedy, selfish, poisonous people who didn't even buy the club and inherited it from their dad and will not let it go because it makes them money. I think Sir Jim is on a vanity project where he thinks he can do the impossible. And I think Al Thani's been played like the rest of the fans. I don't think they ever had any interest of selling this club. And the interesting thing is, like, this bid, I've got no interest really anymore in what the value of the bid is anymore, because apparently the new bid is 5 billion plus another billion to clear the debt. Why do the Glazers give a shit about you clearing the debt? Imagine I'm buying Manchester United and I say to the Glazers, I'm going to give you 5 billion instead of 6 billion. Because what I want to do is give you 5 billion and I'm going to spend 1 billion on clearing the debt. And they'll be like, give me 6. Why do I care? I don't care about Manchester United. I've never, look at the stadium. I don't care. Why am I going to pick you? Give me the 6 and then find some fucking money to fix the stadium, because I don't care. I'm the one who made the stadium rubbish. I don't care about Man United. So this is apparently the 5th bid from Al Thani for Man United, and I'm pretty sure the first bid was 5 billion. So I'm confused as to what the values of these bids are really. But yeah, my general thought is, a lot of people have asked me for it, and you've got it. Tired and whatever else I am, but logical. I think we're starting to see what this is all about. I think we've all been scammed. I think this was always the plan. I think they always knew Sir Jim would work with them and keep them in power. And I think they basically, it's a little bit like, my house is going to get repossessed, but somebody's going to help me keep it. But let me just put it on the market in case somebody gives me stupid money that I can walk away from. Oh, yeah, I was an idiot. No one's going to do that. I'll just work with Sir Jim. I think that's what it's all about. So there you go. You got my thoughts. Take care. Smash a like, subscribe, and give me yours.